Welcome, Mr. Andrew Sanderson from in IPSC conference today in Dubai. Mr. Andrew is a partner in Kingsley Napley. Is a legal advisor in London, I guess. Yeah. Welcome to UAE and welcome to Dubai. I hope you're enjoying the event today.
It's been absolutely fantastic. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a real honor to be asked to come along with so many great industry experts. So thank you.
Excellent. We would like to take advantage of your expertise as a legal advisor and someone who basically engage into contract and legal disputes and settlement of all these things. What is a legal risk should procurement professionals as human beings? What is a legal risk procurement professionals should be aware of, basically to survive their process, to reach to actually a better situation from legal perspective?
I think that's a really good question. When clients come to us, it's usually because something's gone wrong. And a lot of the time it's too late to deal with that. But what I always recommend to clients before something's gone wrong is come and speak to good lawyers, come and take expert advice, whether that's from a lawyer, from accountants, from planners, from industry experts. Because if you put in the hard work to begin with, and you have the right contracts in place, you have the right team in place, then that supports your business going forward. So then if there is a dispute, and there are occasions when organizations fall out, something hasn't quite worked out. If there is a dispute and you've put the hard work in and you've got good contracts in place, that protects you as a business, and it makes sure that the business can deal with that effectively, whether through arbitration, whether through litigation, whatever it may be. But you've put the best building blocks in place for that business, and you're looking after your business and looking after your employees. And I think that's absolutely critical.
Okay. Then let me ask another question in the same. How important is to understand the business law as a procurement professional? Is it mandatory for us to become a professional in procurement contract process? Is it important, or is it a mandatory for us to understand the business law?
Again, another great question. People come to us as lawyers because we know the law, but my best clients are those that empower their teams with the knowledge around contracts, a basic legal knowledge of how contracts work, how they operate in the real world is absolutely essential, I think, because at the end of the day, you're in the position where you're at the sharp end and you're negotiating those contracts, and you need to know what's best for you, what's going to support your business, what's going to protect your business. And yes, of course, there's going to be time when you need to come and speak to somebody like me, but I think people at the sharp end and people negotiating contracts should understand the law and should understand what they're getting into. That then selfishly makes my job a lot easier. So I'm very much in favor of people knowing legal principles and applying those in business.
All right. So what is your legal advice from legal perspective and contractual perspective? The methodology that we should implement in contracts in that specific area, which is settlement or dispute settlement, or settlement of any kind of legal dispute between both parties.
So I think where there is a dispute, and this happens, if it didn't happen, I wouldn't have a job. So it does happen. So my principles are that the parties need to understand what the basis is that they can bring a claim or some sort of dispute resolution. There are some great arbitration forums around the world. There's obviously, I'm going to say London is superb, but it is superb. There's Singapore, there's Paris, Dubai. These are areas that have superb arbitration forums. And I think companies now are taking much more advantage of arbitration. It's got an international reach. There's the commercial sensitivity that's dealt with. The nuts and bolts of the arbitration aren't made common knowledge. They're not within the public domain. So you can have a commercial discussion and a commercial settlement. But I think what I would say is from day one, it's understanding what you have in place, what contracts you have in place, the enforceability of those contracts, and making sure you and your team know what's required of you and what's required of the other parties.
One last question.
Of course.
What is exactly the procurement professional need to understand to differentiate between a legal enforceable agreement and a non-legal enforceable agreement?
Again, another great question. I think making sure the contract is constructed in the right way. I think that's essential. Making sure that the contract has an arbitration or a dispute resolution clause in it, so the parties know if there is a falling out where they go to. Having a law provision clause in there, so which law governs the contract? Is it English law? Is it French law? Is it US? That is absolutely essential. And then also understanding the obligations of the party. Who needs to do what and when do they need to do it by? And can they do it? That's absolutely key, I think. But those are the points I would recommend.
Andrew, thank you very much for sharing your experience and knowledge with us. And we, again, welcome you to our conference. And I hope you enjoy the rest of it, Bill. Thank you very much.
Absolutely superb.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sharon.